Up?
What's the deal with you, cuz, man? Just chilling,
Very
man.
well.
Chilling. Good to be here,
Definitely good to be here. Good to see you as always.
for sure. Hey, just turn your mic on the John. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, man, just good to be here, man. To the people, to the audience, whatever. We doing it on two live joints right now. We doing it on Twitter and then we doing it on YouTube. So we trying to stream and monetize as best as possible. So just bear with us, but yeah, we doing it like this.
Should bear with you. This John throwing me off. I'm hearing like 8 different voices at one time.
Nah, you gotta just turn the voice joint down. Like you just gotta have it planned so that the recording space on Twitter can pick up the recording. Like you don't need to hear what's going on, but you need to.
Hey, look, now it's good to go. Look at that.
Yeah. See, look.
Technology, wow.
Yeah. Listen, man. Technology, man. This shit growing on us. You know, Twitter got the monetization thing now. So if you get, I was telling you earlier, 5 million insights. Get that paper.
You're going after that 5 million, ain't you?
Yeah, man. 100K in 7 days. So I'm trying to get 5 mil. If I get 5 mil, it's up.
There we go. Get them impressions, cuz.
Yeah. But now let's tap in though, man. Let's get on Shacarri, man. Shacarri Richardson.
First of all, shout out to Shacarri. Uh, just won the gold in the hundreds. Fifth fastest time ever. First woman to do it, or first American actually to do it since first American. What's my girl Bowie that just passed. First American to do it since then. So it's big time, man. What's your thoughts on it?
Man, she's a legend. Like she's building her legendary status rather. Like she's one of those type of people like to see what she's becoming right before our eyes. Now she gotta win a gold medal. But it was good to see her like she had a challenging year. She had a lot of criticism, and to see where she at now is like, damn, that's what's up. Like I'm glad the people is giving her credit and her props like she deserves.
Yeah, as they should. It's funny. It's been 2 years now since I guess you would call when she took that L and everything started to go left for her. It's been 2 years now, like almost 2 years to the date. So for her to go from where she was to where she is, as you said, she first of all she came out like a bat out of hell because she had the fashion. She black, she brash. She
Right.
talk her stuff like anybody. Anybody. She talk her stuff like Floyd. She talk her stuff like Ali. You know what I mean? But it was so many people just wanted her to fall. So when she did fall, they was on her. Everything talk mad stuff. Yeah, I hear you. I see you now too. Yeah, that's the wild part. It's still alive. That's the yeah. That's the wild part of it. Wow. All right. Well, there you go. You got the backup to the backup joint. Get yourself right. Let me know when you're ready.
in the game.
I'm back on you.
Yeah, yeah. My bad, family. My laptop died. I thought it came out of the charger, man. Crazy.
Talking about technology, and then you hit with the old school John, like it just came off the charger.
Just came off the charger. I was so excited to talk about Shacarri Richardson because I done seen her dominate. The charger then fell out of the joint. I wasn't even paying attention.
Talk what you I mean, talk about it, man, because this was a big deal. It's a big deal for a lot of reasons, man.
Yeah,
Get it off
yeah,
your chest. Like you would get it off first.
yeah. Nah, she listen, man. She influenced a lot of young girls and a lot of young people in general, man. I'm just proud of her, man. I'm proud from how people was doing her those 2 years ago, and to see her now, and she was winning all season too. Like that's what's crazy. Like a lot of people wasn't following the track. People only follow like the one part of the track, like the Olympics, but she was winning like a lot of these championship games against different competitors all season. So
Yeah,
to
and no, go ahead. No, you're right. Go ahead. Follow up.
I was gonna say, just to see her, you feel me, complete the season, how she doing the season, and it's like, I think it's dope, man. I'm proud of her though.
as you should be, as we all should be.
Yeah,
But that's why you need to stop. And when I say you, I'm talking about in general, man. Just they be praying on the downfall of an individual just because she talking her stuff. People talk their stuff every day. She talk her stuff, and you know what I mean. She was getting vilified for it, or they just wanted to see her fall, as I said. And it's funny because the two biggest female athletes in America right now are both LSU uh,
right,
Angels go to LSU, and Shacarri, she started at LSU. So I
yeah,
don't know something in that swamp water. I don't know what it is, but they both on top of the world right now. They're the two biggest female athletes in America. They're bigger than any female basketball player. They're bigger than any women's tennis player right now. With Naomi taking a maternity leave, what she had to do, and also them two on top of the world is them right now. It's
yeah,
them. It's everybody else.
yeah. It's definitely them, man. And we definitely gotta tip our hat to them because what they doing is like, I feel like they're able to influence a lot of young girls that's grown up in the hood to be like, damn, I want to be like that rather than be like these nasty ass rappers.
That's the greatest part when you. I was one. I'm happy you brought that back up in terms of saying the influence that they have. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You want them to be the role models for your daughters, for your sisters, for your nieces, for whoever to look at, and you be like, you know what? I can do that, and I can do it being myself. I don't
right,
have to change. I don't have to be a straight cornball. You know what I mean? Gabby Douglas when she tried to do the Dougie and that funny John and the whole no, just be who you are. If it's
right.
brash, it's brash. Now you don't have to be brash. You can be big time and you can be quiet as a mouse, but just be who you are. And as long as you being who you are, you put that work in and you're gonna shine.
Nah, that's a fact, man. So yeah, I definitely, man. I love to see her winning. I love when the people, give her flowers, and she gonna keep rising above and keep doing good. So we just gonna keep supporting her. It was good. You know what's funny, man? Hey, this is the funny part about it now. Now remember we was talking about like the cover art, and it was like her drenched with the red, white, and the blue, and it's
Captain
crazy.
America joint.
The Captain America, right? And it's like, or the Queen of America type vibes, right? And it's like
Yeah,
Wonder Woman, if you will. But
pretty
what it like in the context is like, like I'm not a guy that just got like an American flag just laid around, right? But like like even just historically, like even to present day, like most people cribs that's over like 40, they got some type of American flag in their crib inadvertently, which is crazy. Like they might not have it like in the crib. It might be like an American flag like posted or an American flag uh joint that they might got magnet they got on the fridge or something that's near the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like however it is, but I see that to see this. Like even though I don't fly the American flag, I fly the Juneteenth.
yeah.
Um, it it's funny because Shikari was drenched in the red, white, and blue, and nobody said nothing about her being wrapped in the oppressor's flag. They cheered her on. See, I
Mhm.
don't mind. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I know when we go and perform for the country, we are who we are type thing. But at the same time, I just don't like when people try to contradict when there's a situation where it's just like, oh wait, it's like, nah, I don't. But Floyd said it best. He said, I am a Black American, so when I go, I represent my country.
Yeah,
So it's crazy though. Like, but I definitely want to get her with a Juneteenth flag though. We gotta get her with a Juneteenth flag for the Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
that'd be big time. Yeah, if she was to do that, give her a black glove to put on her fist or something like that when she get on top of that podium. Uh, like you said, man, when it comes to track and field, swimming, any of those things, like they continue on. The average person or the casual fan such as myself, I can't speak for anybody else. The casual fan such as myself don't tap in until it's the worlds or until it's the Olympics. You know what I mean? That's 2 year gaps in between. The whole time they putting that work in. Like you said, she was winning. She literally was winning. She was doing her thing. She was getting first place. You know, she was the top dog on that. But when it comes to the worlds, when it comes to the Olympics, it's all about, like you said, drape yourself in the red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? Feel good about your country. So you got that double-edged sword, like you want to put on, or me viewing it at least. 'Cause clearly, I ain't no Olympic athlete, but you want to put on for your country. Like, yeah, we better than y'all. This the home team. Damn, my home team ain't shit. Like, it's both sides to it. They ain't shit, but this is where I'm from, so I gotta put on for it. And your country ain't shit either. I might as well smoke y'all too.
And she put her own umph on it though. Like she give you like that real black. Like she like, yeah, like this. I fuck with her, man. And that's why I think, she gonna keep going far in the culture. Like she really got the world in her hand right now. They say her braids. I don't know if you peeped. Her braids was the color of the Black American Heritage flag. So
I
they
did
said,
not.
yeah, it was like a red burgundyish gold, and
Mhm.
that's the color of that flag. So people like, yo, she might got a burner on Twitter and Instagram and be knowing what's going on, and like, let me throw a little. You never know.
Yo, everybody got a burner darn there, man. Because you know you can only go but so far when you're getting sponsored by white
Hmm.
corporations. I guess you can only go but so far out in public. So what you do, you go on the underneath, you go the Kevin Durant route, and then
Right.
you go ahead and then wild out and talk about whatever you gotta go talk about, man. Show up to the Drake concert blowing.
Yeah, KD the bid. I ain't even gonna hold you. He be doing it. He funny as hell.
Oh, he definitely the big.
Yeah, he
He
a
one of
funny.
the funniest individuals that ever breathed life. On God,
I seen they had KD smoking. The John put the camera out. He passed the blunt so smooth, like he was like, it was like, yo, he
yeah.
crafty.
He be trolling. He be trolling mugs for. He been trolling now for like what 5 years of never getting a cut. Like he do it
Yeah,
on purpose just because he know motherfuckers gonna talk about me and my peasy head. Like he can brush
yeah.
it, he can comb it, he can twist it, he can lock it, he can braid it, whatever. But nah, he like I'm going bald. I don't care. I'm gonna just do whatever I do and give y'all 30. Talk my talk.
Nah, it's crazy. I think KD is definitely, man. He ain't get a cut since he played for OKC.
Really, when him and Russ was in their bag being straight nerds with
Yeah,
with the with the glasses with no lenses in it
he
and all
got
that. Wow, that was a
guys and
crazy
all
look.
that crazy with suspenders.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
a superstar though, man. That's why I'm happy to see my girl do her thing.
right.
We got another young brother, also brash, also got the smile. You know what I mean,
Mhm.
$1 million smile, and then the $1 million game to back it up. And
And
Edwards going off, man.
he
Ain't
give
the
you
next superstar.
he give you the culture too, bro. He from Atlanta.
Yes.
He sound like a regular guy. I
Ain't got it all, man. At least in terms of putting the ball in the basket, he has to get
yeah,
better. Facilitating, definitely put more effort
yeah,
on the defensive end. But I think this is going to now we're going to see like we in Philly and we're seeing Harden come down. We're
yeah,
seeing Embiid up here, and
yeah.
now you're seeing like we're seeing this real time. Now we
Right.
got another real time thing. in the who gives a flute city and state like Minnesota,
Right.
Ant is the bull. Like,
Now he's that guy. I,
you know what I mean? He got the charisma, he got the game.
I think with Ant, I think he might got potential, right? See, now bear with me, eh? Now
I'm
when we
listening.
start talking about how like the game of basketball is going international, you know how they gas Luka up. Like Luka is the greatest thing since like shrimp fried rice. I don't know, but Trey Young don't get his flowers.
You said Trey Young don't.
Nah,
Man, for Trey Young, dog. He beat he beat my Sixers.
he
I'm
beat,
always say Trey Young, but I know where you're coming from.
but he beat the Sixers. He destroyed the Knicks.
Everybody do. That's what
And
he the
nah,
worst franchise in basketball.
but he took that team to the Eastern Conference Finals that year.
He did. Big up to Trey Young on that front, man.
And basically, I feel like he don't really get his flowers as being the guy that's been averaging like 28 and 10, 30 and 12, like crazy numbers. So, and he's been in big playoff moments. But I say I like to say this: Luke is getting gas. Wembley, the kid in San Antonio,
Yeah,
like
Wemby, he black, but he French. You know what I
he
mean? They
French.
don't
He feels
even
like he
they don't
getting
get
gas.
shape ups. They don't, you know what I mean? I know he got a white girl.
Yeah,
Joint.
you
He
got the
Tony
Greek freak,
Parker-esque.
the Greek feet freak, Nikola Jokovic, shit, even Embiid. So the game, the best players in the game outside of maybe like Jason Tatum, I mean, like in this new
Oh,
era.
that's what it is. Outside of Tatum, put Brown in there because some people say
Yeah,
they co-stars or whatever. So you
but I
got
think
Tatum, you
yeah,
got Brown, and then Trey. Really,
yeah.
I mean, you can
And Trey,
throw
and
LaMelo.
Trey is biracial.
Yeah, Trey biracial. That's why I was about to say you can throw LaMelo because LaMelo he got star qualities.
Yeah.
And Ant was in the same place. He actually won Rookie of the Year over Ant.
Nah, which he shouldn't have probably because Ant
Now
really.
I think Ant won that John, but
I don't think
LaMelo
the
still
NBA.
got
I don't think
LaMelo.
the NBA was gonna. I don't think they knew they was gonna have to invest in Ant like how they gonna have to now.
They gonna have to. First of all, they
Yeah,
showed it when he was in the John with Adam Sandler and he stole the show. He was in the movie with Adam
yeah.
Sandler and he was oh, I'm like, dang, I don't really care about Bo Cruz or Hernan Gomez. You know what I mean? Like, no, forget that. Let me see the origin story. I can't remember boy name when he was in it, but let
Right,
me make this the Ant Edwards movie, man. I don't really care about no Herman Gomez because he playing in Tim's. Like
right,
we all played in Tim's at one point. You don't need no movie for that, dog.
real right. Nah, real shit though, man. But I think Ant, he got the star quality. He probably gotta get out of Minnesota though.
He gonna have to eventually. Up there, but cold weather,
Yeah,
moose.
nobody can go there. I
Like
heard it's horrible.
I just said moose. This never dawned on me. What's the plural of moose? Is it mooses? Can't be. Is it meese?
I was gonna
That
say geese. No,
like
I think the plural of moose is just moose.
I guess. Is it a gaggle of moose? Is it a
Not like you'll be like there are many moose.
that's sound right and it sound wrong. The whole point, you gotta get to a real American city. Like you gotta go to LA, you gotta go to Philly, New York, Chicago. You gotta get up out of there,
You
man.
gotta get out of there, man.
Yeah, KG, just don't go to Boston with they racist stuff, but or
Yeah.
Utah. Well, Utah ain't no real city either. Salt
I
Lake City.
mean, I like if I could see him going to maybe the Lakers or maybe the Knicks. I could see one of those big teams trying to land him.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Knicks try to land everybody. The Knicks try to get Embiid as we speak.
Yeah, I know that's
He
hilarious.
right now, like somebody gonna want to go play for them. Nobody wants to play for the Knicks, dog. Melo was the last boy that ever wanted to play for the Knicks, and
Yeah,
he don't know if he from Baltimore or from New York. So he just wanted to
yeah.
kind of, you know what I mean? The Knicks
Yeah,
is
he wanted to be. Yeah, he wanted to. Yeah, let me go back to where I'm from. Look where I'm from, because
yeah, where I'm
he
from,
from both, but it's like he really from Baltimore, bro.
pretty much. He like boy, man.
He really from Baltimore, man.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
yeah, but nah, man, I think Ant he next up, man. I think we should keep our eye on him, man. And if Minnesota can get far in the playoffs, which I doubt, because the West is
It's,
crazy.
it's tough sledding for them, but All they gotta do is show and prove.
Yeah,
Him, Shacarri, like again, Angel Reese still in college, and they have another year left. So see if they can beat the white girl from Iowa again, because it's gonna come down to them or Dawn.
that
With
white girl from Iowa was
no,
crazy.
she tough. She tough.
I
I ain't
never seen it. I never seen
she
no
got enough
female player.
platforms. She
I never
tough
seen.
though.
Hold
They
on, but like though, I never seen no female player like move that elusive. Like it wasn't that she was so fat. It was just like her skill was just like so quick. I'm like, what the, like this shit like a dude on this.
It's the Curry effect, man. Curry effect had cats pulling up from, between the 3 point line and half court. She got it. She can shoot. Women, see, the women's game is they're already more skilled than the men. They
Yeah,
always have been. Like, because they can't rely on, I'm going
that's
to
some
go
shit.
by you and dunk it. Like, they always been more skilled. Tina Thompson been had a crazy low post game or mid post actually. You know what I mean? You dump the ball down there to Lisa Leslie. She been crazy in the post. Coop
Right.
been crazy on the perimeter. Maya Moore been crazy everywhere. Tarasi
Everything.
clearly is the female Kobe. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they got only thing they missing is the crazy athleticism. But some of these young girls now that's like 15,
I
they
seen a
dunk,
couple Jones dunking.
they dunking. And
Now
they
I
like
don't know. I don't know if that's going to translate in the game because I've been seeing all of these people. I done seen Brittany Griner dunk a bunch of times. Then I seen her dunk in the game and she barely could dunk. So I don't know.
well, Brittany Griner though too, like she is tall. Like I don't know what that is she like 6'8",
But
6'7".
so you think it's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
like, so you think it's going to be like a 6'2" or 6'3" one that just like boom? You think that's going?
I mean, another 30 years, yeah. But right now, it's chicks that's like 6'5". It's one young girl. I didn't come equipped. But like with the algorithms and everything. Only thing that pop up on my Instagram
Mm-hmm.
is basketball and 90s comedy. That's it. And wrestling. 90s wrestling, 90s comedy and basketball. So I'll be seeing chicks that's like they're young ladies in their straight high school. And they do the Candace Parker, John like that. One John two hand, and they not like Brittany Griner is more so like a stick. You give
Yeah,
it
she
to
like
her,
big, like
post move, boom. But these was like, look, I'm
big.
catching the baseline, like,
I just can't see them doing it in the game, man. I don't think it's gonna happen yet.
it's a progression. You gotta think back to the old NBA when they had Jerry West playing against like Elgin Baylor wasn't even dunking like that, even though he could have.
I just think the
But
knees, though, man. I think the knees, like, I don't know. I don't know how, like, if somebody is a high flyer in the WNBA, like, that shit might last like a season or two.
yeah, it ain't going to
I
last long. But
don't, then what if they get? What if they have kids? Then it's like I don't see you dunking.
ain't going to try to dunk. Yeah, it's things of the body that's going to separate it. But you going to see some dunking. It ain't going to be tomorrow, but you
Nah,
going to see some dunking.
absolutely
Like
not.
you see, like you said, the young girl from my what's her name, Caitlin. She come down, boop, and she's not fast. She just crafty. She gets her spots.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then she gonna give you 40. There's no way in the world. If I would have bet, because I was going to bet on that South Carolina game, I would have lost a lot of money. I said, there's no way they're going to beat Dawn. There's no way they're going to beat South Carolina. South Carolina had played them earlier in the season and smoked them. And
Yeah,
then that second game, she went crazy, man. She the real deal. But shout out to Angel Reese, man.
Angel
Shout out
Reese,
to
Angel Reese is the Magic Johnson of this shit. Like she the female Magic Johnson.
in terms of personality.
In terms of personality, you're not ball skills, not like because they got different games, but I
Yeah,
feel
the
like
game's
as
different.
far as like marketability to the game,
I
she's
agree.
gonna be like one of the first influential people that's like super marketable.
I agree.
She's already making more bread than chicks in the WNBA. This is crazy.
Yeah, her NIL is 1.7, I think.
Yeah,
So that's big time. It's good for that. That's why I'm happy they even came out with the being able to make money off your image,
yeah.
because imagine how much money C Web and the Fab Five would have made, or you know, whoever, Vince Carter
Anybody,
doing them John. Yeah,
NBA,
so many people. So it's good to see them. I know Angel. I think she might be number 3. I know Bronny make like 6 mil, which is
Ronnie up there, so is Arch Manning, and then I think
it's a lot of white boys. It's a lot of white boys.
I think Deion Sanders son up there too.
He up there, yeah. In the top 10, Deion's son is up there. It's a white girl from LSU. I guess LSU winning all across the board. She number 2.
Yeah.
I remember her a volleyball player or something like that. She
I
but
think
Angel was
like
there.
Arch Manning now.
Nah, it ain't Arch. Arch not number
There's
1.
a Mikey Williams.
No, Mikey Williams, man, he's like 35 at this point. I feel like he been on socials for forever. Like, God's been.
He didn't even go to college yet.
He older than me, dog. He ain't nothing. I don't know.
I had him on the socials for a long time.
Yeah, he was
like
there on he was on MySpace, man. He been doing it for a minute now.
No, it's crazy because like only basketball heads are like people that really they gonna know who that is. That's why it's funny because it's really true.
Forever, cuz, but Shacarri, she a star, star. I know there's a couple other things you want to tap in. I definitely want to get to them though.
Oh yeah, we was going to tap in on the COVID piece, man. I think, but it is something in regards to the NFL. I wanted to get your. I know we both Eagles fans, so. But I seen LaShawn McCoy call, and I just want to get your thought on it. I seen LaShawn McCoy. He called Justin Fields a poor man's Jalen Hurts. What you think of that?
He is. So, I mean, I ain't hear the quote, but I mean, first of all, LaShawn McCoy crazy. He wild boy. He be talking off the hip. Wow. He trying to make sure my man Eric Bieniemy don't get no job. Like he be drowning Eric Bieniemy up because he a black man trying to be a head coach. You mad because when you got the KC, you was shot. So now everything in your power, you trying to go at Eric Bieniemy. Like the Chiefs was winning. I don't know who was calling the plays. All I know is Eric Bieniemy was the OC. Yeah. And instead of getting promoted to head coach, he went OC somewhere else to a worse team.
Which didn't like, I'm like, nah, this is crazy, bro. Like,
no, man, like ain't nobody
like everybody become a head coach.
White boys be offensive line coach for half the season, and then they'll get promoted to head coach, and then they'll be 32.
Hold on, hey, break that. You gotta break that down for the audience. What Eric Bieniemy did. He went from a Super Bowl winning team to one of the worst teams, right?
One of the worst franchises in history. All right, so Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the modern day sports dynasty. Right. We can confirm that, right? Basketball, football, baseball, whatever. They're the modern day sports dynasty. Patrick Mahomes, greatest player I've ever seen. Now,
not me.
Greatest player ever seen, huh?
Not me, but yeah.
Hey, whatever. We ain't getting to that right now. We're talking about Eric Bieniemy. So he was leading the offense. Like that was his job. Like you coordinate the offense. I don't know what they want to say. They said he got a prickly personality, or he not a fun guy to be around. Dog, he won. That's all that matters. Bill Belichick is a jerk. He wear hoodies with cut off sleeves for no reason, just to prove I'm a jerk, to prove his aesthetic of jerk. Eric Bieniemy was winning Super Bowls, and instead of somebody saying, "Hey, we're gonna give you a chance, man. This is you'll be the head coach of the Texans, a horrible franchise, even though DeMeco Ryans got it here, brother." Yeah. Or the Raiders, whoever. Yeah, the Raiders. They've been horrible for forever.
Right.
Oh, he had to go to another offensive coordinator job with the Redskins / Washington football team / Washington Commanders, which is a horrible name. It don't even sound like real football. It sound like something from let me see. We good to go?
Yeah, we good.
Oh, I heard a quick echo. Yeah, but yeah, the Washington Commanders sound like a team from any given Sunday, like the Miami Sharks. You know what I mean? It don't sound real. So,
right.
And he already getting thrown under the bus by his head coach, who can't coach nothing. He caused Cam Newton winning the Super Bowl. About him, I lost money on that one a lot.
Damn.
A
I knew
lot.
Cameron wasn't gonna beat the Broncos.
I thought he was going to beat him, though. Cam was killing everybody. He was doing the John. He was hitting the dab, and
Their defense was too crazy that season, man.
AD was crazy. Pause. But the Panthers D was tough, man, and they often just Cam. Cam was running through everybody.
I say Cam was crazy, bro.
He was going through everybody, but once he got tackled a couple times, once Von Miller tacked him a couple, he said, "You know what? I'm done." It was one play in particular. The ball was on the field. He could have picked it up, and he was like, "You know what? I'm good. Go ahead, y'all got it, man." And at that point, I was like, "This game over."
Nah, for sure, man. I think yeah, Cam was definitely legendary, man. He was saying that he got a lot of. He was saying recently. I had seen something he was talking about. You know, he be doing interviews and shit too.
Yeah.
He was saying that sitting behind Tim Tebow, he knew he was better than Tim Tebow.
A skillion%. I'm gonna watch them. That they got Netflix John. I'm gonna watch out. I'm gonna check out about that Gators team. Tebow, Hernandez. You know, Percy Harvin.
Legendary team, man.
Oh, yeah, they was crazy. The Mormon coach, the whole joint.
Now they was a legendary team. I mean, they had legendary players. Shit, yeah. But now that but you know, just going off the topic from that. So, damn, I can't remember what the original topic was.
No. You brought up COVID real fast. You just because I know I heard it's some type of new strand.
Yeah, new strand. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's going. You going to be honest, man. They going to get this joint every couple years because nothing goes away. Like polio don't go away. I mean, AIDS, I guess, maybe went away. I don't know.
Do you think it
goes away? I don't know what's there.
Making this in the lab, or you think this is like actually real?
I think everything is hooked in the lab to an extent. I don't think anything is just happens. Like I brought up, all right. So I brought up HIV real fast just to say it. It's been let's say thousands of documented history that nobody ever heard of this. Even just U.S. history. All right, 1776. Right, Cass was raw dogging. George Washington ain't get it. Jefferson ain't get it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like you ain't hear of it until the 80s. Then and there, how they wasn't getting it in the 60s. They still was raw dogging.
Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you my theory on that, and this sounds crazy, but my theory is people probably was getting sick and they probably just didn't know what it was. They probably thought like, "Oh, I got pneumonia." You feel me? Like,
no, I dig that because they would call it like certain things, like Doc Holliday, you know, gunfighter, white boy, whatever. They called it consumption. So they would say consumption. They don't know what it is. They would just call it, "Oh, you got consumption." Woo, woo, woo. But let's say you get all right. If you get that in the year 1930, you should be dead in like a month. You know what I mean? Like if you got it in the 80s, Easy-E ain't last long. I don't know the numbers. I can look it up.
He said he died.
Yeah. Easy-E didn't last long. Easy-E wasn't the only bull out there wilding out. It was rock and roll bulls doing it in the 60s, in the 70s. You know what I mean? Elvis Presley, I guarantee you, was wilding out. Right. Ain't no luck of the draw. He ain't get it. Ain't no luck of the draw. Chuck Berry or the Great Balls of Fireball that married his cousin or niece or whatever weird stuff he did.
You think Suge stuck easy with the John?
No, shit. No.
Yeah, you know they be
dirt on Suge, man.
But you know how they be saying that though, brother. You know, Suge, he did an interview on TV and was like, you know, you could just nowadays you could just grab my brother and just stick him with a thing, and then he was saying it. It was like, what's wrong with this nigga?
Yo, they was I mean, I guarantee I know Suge is a monster type of bull, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't believe Suge no crazy monster the way they present him.
No, I don't
He's a
either.
regular nigga monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he probably just did some
nigga monster.
crazy stuff a few times though.
Yeah, they made Suge. The first they was saying he was the boy Danny boy. They was like he grabbed him by the feet like Five Heartbeat,
Yeah, he
of
had
him
Vanilla
outside
Ice.
the window. They, you know what I mean? They were saying, oh, it's like, well, I know he did that to Vanilla Ice. I think he just beat Danny Boy up. He got
Yeah,
so many stories, man. Suge
yeah.
stories
They
need
said
to.
one of the stories they said they made the boy strip, you know what I mean? And then the dog they had the dog barking at him in the corner. Like I'm like, nah, that's crazy.
I mean, I know he a wild bull. Like he's a wild
Yeah.
bull. This is documented.
But
But some of
apparently
the
they said he
things,
really wasn't a Paru. Like apparently they said
no, he wasn't.
he was
He
just
yeah,
tapped in, like he was just cutting them check.
yeah. He was that was a fraudulent joint. Like he, you know what I mean? Eventually, that's what they thought he was because he was wearing the red and whatever. No, he just had money. He just like most rappers now. Like you got enough money.
Yeah, he was the original person that was doing it. If you want to get technical,
Pretty
more
much.
original.
Like he ain't got no text. He ain't got no. I ain't never seen him throw up one gang sign. I done seen Snoop throw up a skillion. I ain't never seen Suge throw up one John. He's just a big dude. He was like 6'5", you know what I mean? He was a football player in the
Yeah,
NFL, you know what I mean? Like he
he
was
definitely played in that league for a minute too.
yeah,
That's
he was in the NFL. He was a big
they
dude.
said
He was,
Bobby Brown security guard too.
yeah. Bobby Brown got some wild stories too. I don't know how many of them is real.
I
Bobby a
don't
wild.
know, man. They said Bobby Brown got kidnapped and he was held at ransom for $500,000.
Yeah, by the ball. By the ball. I
No,
don't know, man. They said Whitney, you know what I mean? Whitney
he had
got
to
him
cut
out.
that check. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bobby Brown had cut the check for what's the boy from the Supreme team, Rocker Flocka uncle?
Oh, Bimmy. Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. There's so many stories, man. You can't keep up because when it comes to like the older you get, things start to embellish. Like I
Yeah.
knew cats that probably like, you know what I mean? They got one girl, they're like, oh man, she might be all right. They're like, yo, I knocked her off, woo, woo, woo. Next thing you know, 10 years later, they're like, yeah, man, it was me. I had her, I had her sister and her cousin. We used to all go on dates together. And then ain't nobody there to say, nigga, you lying.
Yeah, it was nobody. It was
Just
no
become,
witnesses.
yeah, it just become law. Like as long as you got enough belief in your own lie, like
Nah, for
you
sure.
might get out early, then it just run rampant.
Nah, for sure. And during that time, it was no social media, so you could just lie at will.
Cause
Well,
cats was
look,
lying,
look,
man.
one nigga we know who wasn't lying was Keefy D.
Nah, Keefy D, he's a truth teller, I believe. I believe Keefy D is a truth teller, man.
You see, he just got indicted on. They just bringing charges on him on that Tupac situation.
What? I mean, look, they should, man. Pac and Biggie murderers not being in jail is one of the wildest things ever. They was the two of the biggest stars in rap history, even at this time.
You can
There's
arguably say pop culture, bro.
no, yeah, in American history. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, let me backtrack that. In American history,
right.
I can't really name anybody who's more famous or had an impact than them where they don't know their murderer. Not too many, it's a couple. But all they did was rap and make songs.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
And
find
movies.
these killers like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I know you was talking about before the boy, what's his name? Lul Tim.
Yeah, we gonna close on that. Yeah. But that lead us to like nowadays, like that's why I was like, they never found out who did it. I mean, if I think they're gonna book Keefy D because he did too many interviews talking about it.
Man, get that boy, man. Yeah, and then the niggas stop doing Vlad. Leave Vlad
Yeah.
alone before
But people doing these Vlad interviews, and I don't think we even talked about the like I don't really want to go into it today. Maybe we can go to another day. But how FBG Duck, the FBI, how they came into Chicago, and basically they going back to the beginning of this stuff, and people getting indicted. But it's just crazy because a lot of people did interviews. When you doing interviews, is like the police can use this. So I mean, but
the charges that you might have when it come to murder charges, RICO charges, those things, they there.
yeah,
No statute of limitations, even on certain things like just theft. Yes, a statute of limitations on it, but if you talk about it 2 years later, what you
Yeah.
think gonna happen? They going round y'all niggas up. So
Nah, for sure. That's definitely what they be on. And now it's like Lil Tim. But the thing that's crazy about the Lil Tim situation is that we actually see him shoot somebody on camera. Even though it's a stand your ground state and
that's what I was gonna say. It's a stand your ground zone.
they got ran up on. I mean, it's
It's
definitely it's an unfortunate situation.
yeah, it's unfortunate, man, but the whole joint, man, with Quando Rondo, the whole back and forth, like
Yeah,
it. So you had all this, and then like you said, it is stand your ground.
right.
Personally, I think he should. It's a shootout.
Yeah,
It's a shootout. It's not a one side shooting. It ain't no back in the day drive by. It's a shootout. And when
right.
it comes to a shootout, they call that like
Well, well, it was a shootout, but like when we really look at the thing, right? He starts shooting at him at King Von. Once he starts shooting, the cops start shooting at everybody.
yeah.
So his two homies got shot by the cops and got killed. So
So
it
you
was a
just saying book the cops, which I could agree with.
yeah. So basically, they really wasn't even. They didn't even get the opportunity to shoot back. Like they pulled their ratchets out, and I guess they probably was trying to shoot back, or it probably happened so quick, and the cop just started shooting at everybody that was in that area.
It's a sad John, man. It's a wild John. It's been what, like 3 years now? About
Yeah,
3 years or something like that. And the story ain't going nowhere,
nah,
and Vaughn won't be the type of boy that his name, certain guys get it, you know what I mean? And now he got it attached to his name that he
yeah,
always going to be an icon
yeah.
for
He
whatever it's
iconic.
worth.
Yeah,
Yeah, for whatever it's worth. He ain't never put out no classic music. He got some joints. Don't
he
get
got
me.
some things that the streets love, and they gonna make it get bigger and bigger over the years.
That's how it go. Like certain
Mhm.
cats, man, it like even at the time, all right, Max, like Max ain't have no whatever. He just got booked and
You talking about Max B?
yeah,
Yeah,
way out the whole joint and get the text to you. I'm just saying like him, Gucci, like they had thing, but they was just booked. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And they still was getting this legendary attention. But
Even Boosie.
yeah, and even Boosie. Like I never, only person I ever heard ever in my life listen to the Boosie, real Boosie, not just wipe me down and everything, but real Boosie was some mother floozer that lived in Alabama. It was like, oh shit. I never in my life heard anybody come up to me and say, yo, listen to this Boosie. Like he was like, no, man, Boosie the bull, but he was from Alabama. So he was for real. He was like, because this was with like T.I. with What You Know and the whole joint. I'm listening to Tip. He like, nah, man, don't listen to this. I'm telling you what to listen to. This is what we listen down there. We listen to Boosie. So I'm like, all right. But it wasn't no social media wasn't heavy, super
Yeah,
heavy like that for me to get other confirmation from niggas listening to Boosie. It's music trash to me, but
yeah.
it made him into a legend, and then he do these Vlad TV interviews himself and go all crazy. Like
You might as well become a blogger at this point.
that's what he is.
Nah, but he needs to like set his own John up instead of just getting paid to go on people. He just need to do it
Yeah,
himself.
set his own John up, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He'll
Keep your
have way
dice.
more bread.
What's up?
No, I'm saying he'll have way more bread if he did that.
Yeah, I agree. Boosie though, you're a wild boy, man.
But yeah,
Boosie.
man, look, dude, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, though, King Von, he definitely going down as an icon in the culture. Even in his short run, but I was telling
Short,
my
crazy.
I was like it was the run before music and then the music. The stuff he did before music, I mean, for some reason, the Chicago people like they just glorify what they glorify. So you feel me? That has drenched all over throughout the culture. Like in Jacksonville they do it, and Philly they do it, and this place they do like New York is that drill stuff is like captured the culture, and I don't really know. It's tough, man. I'll just say that I ain't really gonna go into too much detail, but it's tough because now it's like, is we gonna battle that, or is we gonna have to be able to bring it down and build with those pieces that we got to work with, basically.
It's a lot into it, and it's true. I mean, I think we I can't remember which joint we did, like 2 joints ago, whatever. But yeah, drill was it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not going nowhere.
It's not going nowhere. At least no time. It'll go somewhere because everything goes.
Yeah,
Something new gonna come. To be honest, they probably got another year and a half too. To be honest, and then something gonna change
I
because
think it's
always.
spread. The thing is, it then spread to so many different cities, and cities got their own iteration of it. So take like an Ice Spice for example. She's what you would call an emo drill rapper. Like she's like a
Yeah.
New York drill rapper, but she then created like an emo style
A
for it.
different type of different type of New Year. Yeah. All right, so let's say not 2 years. I'll give it 5.
Yeah,
5 is going to have to stop, but everything changed. But like you said, I don't want to go too deep. I think this would be a good jump for part 2, or
yeah,
we can just piggyback this, piggyback on this on the next time. But
yeah.
it the music scene is always the music scene.
Right,
The majority of the time when it comes to black music, they gonna push the bullshit. They gonna
right.
push they always gonna push the violence. They gonna push the drugs. They gonna do Molly Percocet, and then in the meantime they'll make Painkiller on Netflix, make all the money off that. You gonna get that. But in our culture, that's all they gonna say. They gonna demonize everything. We gonna glorify it. On the
Right.
outside, they gonna demonize it, and they're teenagers. They are going to be the ones paying for it stream wise. They're going to pay because they want to be cool. They want to be everybody want to be black. We already know this. This is nothing new.
Sure.
But because everybody want to be black, they only want to be black when they look at it the one way, the the hip hop way. And what the hip hop way to all of them is drugs, violence, bitches, hoes,
Yeah.
what they do. But drill is just it's the right now it's just the biggest part of it.
Right.
It's the most influential part of it all. Like little girls in the second grade know who Ice Spice is.
Yeah.
That's not what.
You gotta remember, Charleston White did Aiden Ross show, and they was playing King Von on the Aiden Ross joint.
Mm,
How would Aiden Ross even know who King Von is?
why should he? Yeah, as we said, his music, like we know his music. He had his run. He never became a star, quote unquote, for the masses just to know a song. Like
Yeah. Like
they
Chief
they
Keef.
yeah.
The trenches just loved him, so that's what really like he was heavy in the trenches. He was doing all of the chitlin circuits.
Yeah, he was the bull. Yeah,
He was
chilling.
doing chitlin circuits from Philly to LA. Like you go on this joint, he in Alabama, Florida, everywhere. But yeah, man, we just we definitely gonna go in on that, man. At the next joint, I think we should probably do the joint on a couple of days. Trump he got to turn himself in on Thursday.
Man, fuck Trump. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. Fuck Trump. He ain't going. Trump gonna do something. Let's see if he turn himself in, man. I feel like
Bro.
this is gonna be some wrestling stuff.
Yeah,
But Trump don't think about wrestling, so something
yeah.
gonna happen. Or even if he turn himself in, yeah, that'll be a good
It's some
joint.
good political theater.
Yeah, that's all he is. He's a good, like you said, political theater.
Yeah,
His theatrics is bar none. So
sure.
always, cuz man, this was a good joint.
Great joint.
I appreciate it, man. You nice joint, man.
Shout out to you, man. Great joint on your behalf too, man. We're gonna keep getting these joints done. And yeah, man. Shout out to the people, man. A couple people tuned in. We got a couple little feedback from previous episodes. People said they like what was going on, so we're gonna keep it up. So yeah, man.
But as long as we keep talking, what they said on the baseball drum with the ghost or whatever, keep building, keep playing. Look, man, somebody gonna listen, somebody gonna. That's all we on right now. We just
Right.
get putting out the real words. If you put out some real shit, real niggas gonna listen, and then you go from there.
Yes.
That's where we go from there. Next time, maybe we'll have a name.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cuz. Let me get.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get with you.
Bye.